So for my third prompt, I'm doing prompt A about childbearing. The first question is, how do you feel about women 45 and older having children naturally? I think my feelings have changed a lot towards having children in the age of which you have children as I've gotten older. You know, when I was young, 30 seemed so old, and now that I'm 30, it doesn't seem very old. So society has been changing and progressing towards having children later in life. 45 still is older, but you can't not allow women their right to have children. A woman that I know recently got married, and she doesn't seem old and is 41 and just had a child naturally. Obviously, she has other children that are older, but we can't deny someone their right. In talking to my mother, she says that she was done having children by 30, but she also got married at 19. So now that I got married at 30, it's just completely different in this society. People are getting married later and having children later. I don't think that it's wrong to have children naturally or through artificial means at the age of 45. I'm sure a lot of women, in not finding the right person or in not being able to have a child and having the means to have it through artificial means, meaning having the money, the time, being able to care for the child, is fine. The pros and cons, I think, of having children older is that I think the pros are that maybe you are more experienced in life, you're maybe better off with more money. You are able to care for a child more and focus more on your child since you already have your career established. I think the cons with having a child older are that you do bear the risk of having a child with Down syndrome. There is more of a risk with that, probably more of a risk with complications, and the risk of just being older when your child gets older. So when you have a 30-year-old that's experiencing a lot of their first in life, getting married, having a kid, blah, so on and so forth, you're already 70, so you don't get to experience as much of your child's older adulthood. Is it ethical? In my opinion, yes, of course. A woman is able to have children at 45, so why can't she? I think it's unethical to deny this or to tell a woman she can't. The effects on society, I don't think there are any necessarily detrimental effects on society. Parents are just going to be older. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, to have older parents. We already have had such a detrimental effect on society by the divorce rate and not having two parents, so I don't think that having children older would necessarily add to the detrimental effects to society. As far as birth control for teenagers, I think this is a good thing because our rate for teenagers, a birth rate, used to be really high, and these are kids having kids. And through the Obama administration and making birth control free to a lot of teenagers has really helped increase the age of when you have your first child. I think for any age, birth control is a good thing in ways because we are already so overpopulated and money is stretched thin a lot between American households, so that limits the amount of children that couples are having or that women are having with or without fathers. So that's definitely a pro. Thoughts on abortion has changed a lot for me because of just age, I guess, and thinking, what if what would I think about if I had one? Or, I think that would follow you throughout life and cause a lot of detrimental effects, especially if you have children later on in life. After having an abortion, I think that'd be really hard. But thankfully, I don't have to worry about that. But there's definitely pros and cons with every side of the story. So there's definitely pros and cons with abortion of any age, and with birth control for teenagers. But birth control is it's better to have teens on birth control than having them worry about abortion.